Hey everybody, welcome to the Guitars and Gear Podcast, a podcast for exploring the world of guitars, gear, and players from a player's perspective, along with a good bit of off-topic rambling. Today we got myself, Dave. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning.
And we got Janae.
Good morning.
The standard crew. So, so today's episode is all going to be about NAMM 2020, but first off, how was your week, Dave?
It was interesting.
Yeah.
To say the least. My transmission in one of my cars went, and that's a pain because it's going to cost some money. Yeah.
Right.
So that's a pain. So I had to take about a day and a half off from work for that. To do all that. Yeah. And still don't have the car back yet, so I should have it back hopefully Monday. At the earliest, depending on what else they find. It's pretty involved. So
they're
gonna be like everything.
So I'll find out Monday what's going on with that. Other than that, pretty routine. Just keeping up with a lot of the NAMM stuff, going on, and a lot of stuff we're going to cover today.
There is a ton out there.
Huge day. Yeah, all exciting stuff. My goodness, all kinds of good stuff out there. And so that's pretty much it for my week. How about you guys?
Well, I just want to interject real quick and say if anybody wants to help Dave out with his transmission, you can become a patron at patreon.com/guitarsandgear.
There you go.
Help out the podcast and our transportation.
Help out the podcast? Yeah. Our transportation to the podcast.
Our transportation to get the podcast done. No.
That's right.
No, that's probably not what
you gotta pay.
That's probably not what it'll be used for. More so like better recording equipment, things like that. But
yeah, definitely.
Anyway, Janae, how was your week?
It was a good week.
Yeah.
No,
I'm asking you like I don't know.
Yeah. No, it was good.
Good.
The usual.
Care to expand a little.
Yeah.
No, it was actually pretty decent.
It was pretty standard week for us.
Pretty standard.
Not much going on.
No.
Cool.
Cold weather, not too bad, but.
Yeah, we're gonna get some snow today, so we went.
I heard.
Yeah, so the boy got off school early yesterday, so Mom went and picked him up, and so went over to Mom's yesterday to go, get him basically, and hung out with Mom a little bit. So I walk over, and Mom's complex. She lives in like this. There are like a lot of old people in a condo complex, so we're expecting some snow today, right? I think 2 to 4 inches. She heard 3 to 5 inches. There's a lot of numbers going around: 3 to 5 inches, 2 to 4 inches, 1 to 3 inches. It'll probably get like next to nothing
quarter
if it's
inch.
usually the way it is. So anyway, they all moved their cars from one side of the parking lot to the other so they can plow that one side. Then they all go out there with their walkers or whatever and move their cars to the other side. So that they can plow the other side.
And they chit chat. Yeah, gossip a little.
It was hilarious. That's just one of those things. They're all out getting their bread, milk, and eggs, and gonna
toilet
make
paper.
Gonna make French toast during the storm or something. So it's pretty funny.
And they got their newspapers now.
Yeah,
they are the newspapers.
Yeah.
Get their crossword puzzles.
Right.
Yeah.
That was about the funniest part of the week, I guess.
Yeah. Watching old people prepare for snow.
Right. Oh, I want to say something else too. If anybody has Netflix, there's an excellent like mini-series kind of series thing out there called Dracula, and I kind of binge watched that. Yeah, there's 3 episodes. They're an hour and a half each, and it was really good. Because there's a lot of trash on Netflix. But there's some gems I don't
really have it.
Yeah, so there's good stuff out there. Well, the only reason we have is because we get it free with our
phone provider.
Our phone provider, yeah. So if we didn't have that, we probably wouldn't have Netflix either. Because most of the stuff we watch on there is kind of garbage. Right. I mean, I like Lost in Space series is good.
I'm watching the Dolly Parton Heartstrings stuff.
Is that on Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there you go. So there's our plug for...
Yeah.
It's kind of a bad plug for Netflix. Oh, and I also wanted to say, too, all week I've been feeling kind of bad that we've been giving Vince Neil a bunch of crap, or at least I have, about his weight and about his singing and all that stuff.
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just kind of feel bad. I mean, we got 44 people that have listened to this podcast so far since we started.
Hey, but he was a nice guy when I met him.
Yeah, I know.
So, you know.
I know. I'm sure he's getting his stuff together, and he's going to sing well and have a great show. So, there you
go. Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, that he's working with a trainer and he's really doing well, and you know, so he should be in shape. You know, but so is Nikki Sixx. I mean, he's dieting down, he's losing weight, and you know.
Oh, I saw this awesome YouTube. There's a YouTube thing of Nikki Sixx at a music store, like a record store. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he was. He was
like last record store on earth. You know?
Yeah, it was somewhere. Well, somewhere out in California. I don't know if it was like a vintage music thing, but they had new music and stuff in there too. Or how many years ago was this? I'm not even sure. But anyway, it was really funny because he was like undercover. You know, like they didn't advertise who he was. He was just like a new guy working there. Yeah. And so he's walking around helping people, and of course, he's pointing everybody to his 6 a.m. band. You know. And he's like, this band's really good, man. You gotta watch this. And he's like, dude, you look like Nikki Sixx. He's like, dude, I get that a lot, man. I don't even know who he is, but that's cool. Yeah.
You know what's funny?
He's in the 6 a.m. band.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger did that too.
Oh yeah,
at the Gold's Gym in California.
Oh,
and he walked in with a mustache and like a hoodie and stuff on, and he was like, "You must train," you know, and everybody was like, "God, you look so familiar." And he was like, he said the same thing. He's like, "I get that all the time."
Yeah.
They call me Arnold. I'm not.
Yeah, I think
It's like it even looked like him, and people just still couldn't figure it out. I was like, "Oh my God, this is terrible."
That's awesome.
It's one of those mental things of you can't ever believe that you're going to see somebody famous.
Yeah, right.
Exactly, it can't be him.
True.
You know?
Yeah, because I think Bon Jovi did that at like a karaoke bar.
Yeah, I remember that video.
Yeah.
That was a few years ago. Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. How about we get into this thing?
Yeah, there's a lot to cover. Man, I hope we can get it all done today. You know.
Well, probably not. I mean, I ended up picking like 6 of the things that I thought were interesting to me. You know, so I figured, Dave, you've got some stuff too that you thought was cool. So this kind of just boils down to, this isn't, you know, so anybody listen. Oh, hey, before we get started on that.
Yes.
I was like, before any listeners start commenting, we did have one comment on our YouTube last week. And
I did see that. Yeah.
It wasn't real good.
Oh.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I saw it too, and I was like, what?
But I want to respond. I mean, I think it's a good
True, that's what it's there for.
So Baz responded or gave a comment. And, you know, I don't care what we kind of care what the comments are. Don't be nasty, but
no, but we
love all the comments.
Well.
Yeah, we asked for it. We want all the comments. Everybody knows it wasn't a Gibson. Did you guys just arrive to Earth? That was
apparently, because I didn't know.
Yeah, about the Slash Gibson thing. I guess we are new to Earth. We just arrived.
Yes.
I had no freaking clue about that.
I didn't either.
I mean,
that's the first I've ever heard that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know how much that's out there, but, you know, we're not, like, if you want the real deep scoop on guitars and all that, then subscribe to the Guitar Nerds podcast, because those guys go into the nitty-gritty detail of guitars. They know everything vintage stuff, and you know, the neck profile of a 1968 Gibson Les Paul, they would know.
So they're like the mechanics of guitars.
Right, those guys are geeks on that stuff.
I know
so
they are.
Free plug to those guys. Go out there and you know, subscribe.
Yeah, check them out too.
Yeah, it's a really great podcast. We're not that, so.
Yeah, no.
We're not us.
We're
not that.
We're players in our home. We're home players. We love playing. We love the gear. We are, you know, we like it. What are you doing? Yeah, we can all hear that.
Sorry. Oh, hey, checking out. I was gonna look at the comment.
Oh, it's not on the it's on the YouTube.
I'm going to the YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I'm still.
Yeah, she's still
figuring things out.
Yeah.
Still new to Earth.
We're not up to
so we're not that, but to answer your question, Baz, yes, we are new to Earth. So there you go.
Yeah, we're not alien.
Yeah. So now we can move on with a clear conscience, and everybody knows that we're not geeks when it comes to this stuff.
No, definitely not.
No, we're just having fun with it. That's all. Yeah. We're not analysts or anything.
I'm trying to bring you guys along.
Yeah, exactly. So,
all right.
Yeah. So any insight that the fans can tell us too. I mean,
I know.
Let us know.
And if
we learn something new every day.
Right. And if we say something wrong, then please
correct
call
us
in the
out,
comments and stuff. Yeah.
Definitely call us out on it because we take criticism very, very well. That's what we do here.
Yeah.
We get criticized all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, have been for years.
So it's like, we're used to it. We're good. But that way we can improve too. So we want to hear not only the good stuff but the bad stuff.
That's true. Maybe we need to do a little more research sometimes.
Yeah, maybe so.
But I don't know.
As a matter of fact, probably so.
None of us knew about it.
But I Googled it too, and the only article I came up with on that was the one that Janae had
the recent
found,
one. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I know. I don't know. I'd never heard that before in my life. But
anyway, so do you want to go first, Dave, with NAMM news?
Sure. Yeah, I got.
Wait. Oh, wait. Hang on. Before you get started, NAMM news. There you go.
Oh yeah.
You got to set it up officially,
right? Exactly.
Because we're a professional podcast. So.
We're professional, and we're geeks. We're guitar geeks.
Yes.
Yes. But anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. So do you want me to take one and you take one? We'll
let's do that.
Like a trade-off kind of thing.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. Okay. So
do we want to categorize it? Like, do we want to do like you do a guitar that you saw and I do or do you want to just spew stuff out randomly? It doesn't matter.
I just spew it.
All right.
Because I'm sort of
because we're not that organized.
No,
you're still on assignment in Florida and we can't even see each other. So.
I know. So okay. So here's the first thing I have is there's going to be new. Friedman is releasing some new amplifiers, some couple of signature ones, which sound really, really interesting. So there's one called the Jake E. Lee signature model, and Friedman. I'll tell you, I love the amps. I love the the pedals.
Yeah.
Friedman has some. You can get just about any '80s tone out of some of these Friedman pedals. And it's really amazing. From Eddie Van Halen to George Lynch to Jake E. Lee. It's amazing, and the X effects, the ones that we have, really do a good job of emulating those amps. But anyway, so they have a couple of new signature amps. Of course, the Jake E. Lee model, which I'm really interested in that one, and cool. And an updated Steve Stevens model. If anybody knows remember Steve Stevens,
Billy Idol,
Billy Idol's guitar player. Yeah, he did a lot of solo stuff also, but he's had an amp out for a while with Friedman, but apparently they've updated it so it sounds.
I didn't even know he did.
I didn't either, honestly. But we're not at the surface. How would we know that?
We're new here, yeah. That's true. Jeez, that's awesome. Yeah. Thanks, Baz, cool. for that remark, so we can play on that one the whole episode.
Exactly. I know. And we're just showing the love here for him.
That's right.
That's right. We're just playing along.
That's right.
Yeah, so the Jake E. Lee signature model is something.
Do we have any cost on that? Do you know how much that's going to cost? Or I'm trying to find something.
Yeah, let me see.
I was trying to look, and I don't. Well, there's like one article I found. Sweetwater might have it because they seem to be posting just about everything that's shown at NAMM. If they carry it, I don't know if they even carry.
I'm not sure if they carry Friedman. Yeah,
no, it doesn't look like they do. No.
And these are all heads, so they're not really amplifiers; they're heads.
Right.
But they also have a new one called the Twin Sister Head. So it's basically they call it a double Dirty Shirley.
So nice.
Friedman had this one amp called a Dirty Shirley, which is really amazing.
Yeah.
You get a lot of different tones out of it. So this is considered a double Dirty Shirley, so whatever that means. Not a whole lot of detail on what that means. It's a 40-watt head.
Okay.
Give me pricing.
Twin sisters.
Yeah. And the Jake E. Lee, on Friedman's Facebook page, Jake is actually on there talking about it. There's a video on there of him talking about his new amp.
Oh,
or his new head. Yeah. And that's about it. That's about all there is so far. Nothing about pricing.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing about pricing yet.
Yeah, there's like one of them I have on my list here that doesn't have any pricing yet either. So.
Yeah. So
I guess
look out for that. So that's coming.
Nice.
That'll be interesting. I'm dying to hear this.
Yeah, that does sound pretty cool.
The Jakey Lee tone is one of the hardest to get, in my opinion, an authentic one anyway.
Right.
So I'm sure Friedman nailed it, so I can't wait to hear this.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Of course, you got to get a cabinet for it, then it has close to what Jake would use,
Exactly. Yeah. As we've learned.
Yeah.
Exactly. As we've learned over the years, you can't just plug into anything. It'll sound authentic.
Yeah. Huge amount of tone there in the speakers and cabinet.
And the speakers. Yeah. Speakers are everything.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So I'll go on to something I don't have a price on too yet.
Okay.
And let's see. The company Blue Guitar was by. Let me make sure I don't screw this up. What is the guy's name? Something Blug. I forget the guy's first name, but he's a pretty good guitar player. But anyway, he has his own company. Makes I guess you call them kind of like nanotube amplifier, like little floor unit thing. So he came out with one called the Amp One, which was you could switch between a couple different like amp types, like a clean or a boosted, or kind of like a overdriven metal type amp. And he came up with another one called the Iridium Edition, which was more heavier, kind of I don't know what you call it, more high gain kind of amp tones in it. And now there's a new one he's coming out with called the Amp X. So the original two or three or whatever he came out with originally don't have any effects or anything in them. It's just the amps themselves. Basically, he designed them as kind of like a analog/digital solution that's supposed to sound like a real amp if you plug it through speakers and all that stuff. And this Amp X kind of expands upon that by kind of including everything in the Amp One and the Iridium and all that, and then adding to it a way that they can basically take a snapshot of an amp or model an amp basically and add it in there along with analog and digital effects into one kind of floor unit. So it's really this. There's not much news on it other than what's on their website, and I saw like one YouTube video, but they weren't even demoing it. They just had it behind glass and talked about it.
Wow!
Yeah,
okay.
So it's very early. So Thomas Blug, I'm sorry, that's his name. Thomas Blug is the owner. So basically, this thing is still obviously really early, and they can't even turn it. Or I guess they probably turn it on, but they're not ready to demo anything yet. Apparently, we're waiting. They're going to show it off again next year at NAMM, and hopefully they'll get something playable and have more info on pricing and availability. They may have it available by NAMM next year, but they didn't seem.
Oh, wow.
He didn't seem very. In the video I saw, sure of a release date yet. But so it's very early on. But how they call this thing is they have a groundbreaking. You're going to hear neural a lot in my stuff today, but groundbreaking neural analog amp design, which offers the capability to edit and save analog circuit parameters at a component level, like a virtual soldering iron for analog amp tuning. Combine that with Blue Guitar's 100-watt nanotube power amp stage, and it's the most powerful guitar amplifier ever.
Wow.
So they basically, their webpage kind of goes through, it's like a collection of the best tube amps of all time in fully analog original quality, united in a single device. Imagine you could freely combine these amps with all your favorite effects, analog, digital, mono, stereo, and an extensive speaker collection based on IRs, and store them in presets. And then a huge online library of vintage amps. Find rare classics, priceless boutique amps, and unique sounds that you can transfer to your amp at any time. So there you go, and it shrinks down to just one pedal-sized device. And he said, I think there's like 6 buttons, like on the front or on the bottom of it. And there's a way that he says you can expand that even further and add another whole row of buttons on there and stuff. So it's going to be modular also, so you can add an expression pedal onto it and all that kind of stuff. So it looks really cool. They call them blueprints. And the blueprint library after his name, right? So yeah, the blueprints are, I guess, basically kind of like your
presets or something.
Presets, or profiles, I guess you could probably say it that
profiles,
way.
Yeah.
If you're, and then the blueprints library is a library full of those, and so pretty cool. So that's coming at some point. So I'm sure we'll talk about this again this time next year. So there you go.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, so it's at least a year away. Okay.
Yeah, so you can go to Blue Guitar, BLUGUITAR.com/ampx to learn more.
Awesome.
Boom, that's my plug.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And I have a little something from this is kind of interesting because I remember Janae last week mentioned ukuleles. And so a little ukulele news this morning.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so here we go. Fender. It says here, Fender is building the coolest ukes. It says. So it comes in 3 different models, and I got pricing on this, but it's in euros, so it's like 189 euros. So probably around 150 to $200 here, more than likely.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's basically 3 different models. There's a Telecaster model, a Stratocaster model, and a Jazzmaster model of these Fender ukuleles.
Wow.
And yeah, they're there's not a whole lot of info on these things.
Yeah, I guess not.
But,
flying off the shelves, man.
I'm trying to find anything on that.
The Telecaster model comes in butterscotch blonde and black.
Nice.
Those are your choices there. The Jazzmaster.
I see it.
Yeah. It's amazing. There's a Strat model. Looks just like a little Strat. I mean,
they
it's
don't
hilarious.
look anything like a little ukulele. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, they've still got 4 strings, right?
Yeah. It says here, all you need now is a fuzz box and a 100-watt stack.
There you go.
You can jam with your new ukulele.
Somewhere Over the Rainbow song.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
So what kind of, I wonder what the, that's weird, man.
It's really weird. Yeah. But I figured I'd mention it. I mean, a little Fender Stratocaster ukulele. I mean, a little 4-string ukulele.
Wow.
Yeah, do you plug them in? I guess you do, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a little thing it looks like at the top, I think. So you can actually plug it into an amp. So it's for both beginners and advanced players. So there's information speaks of a separate preamp with tone controls. Unfortunately, the product image does not give proper insight, so we can't really see.
I don't see a way to plug it. Like, it looks like there's a thing for a battery. And then a tuner, like a little tuner window, and then a tone and volume control.
On the back of the neck.
But I'm not seeing. It's like up here. It's on the top.
Oh, it's on the body. Oh.
Yeah, it looks like it's on the top, doesn't it? That's what it looks like to me.
But I don't see a port where you would actually plug anything in, though.
Well, it says nothing short of electric.
Yeah, I don't know if they're just guessing here with that, but it says something about...
we should get one.
I know. We need to get a ukulele. That's one thing we don't have.
Yeah. Well, we have a ukulele, but it's...
We do have one.
We do.
You do?
Yes.
Got one in Hawaii, yeah. It's like one of those gift shop ukuleles.
It's not a $200 ukulele.
Yeah. I think it had a surf... No.
No, that was the
that was a little
toy car you brought back for...
Yeah, we need the official...
Yeah.
The Fender Strat, Eric Clapton ukulele model. You know what I mean? That's what we need.
Yeah. I have no idea how the heck that thing plugs in, unless it's got like a speaker in it or something.
Yeah, I don't know. There's even a pickup installed in these things. It's got a no tie bridge, makes it easier to string up without any awkward knots. There's even a a pickup installed. It says laminated spruce top, maple neck, and fingerboard, made of laminated walnut wood.
Yeah, it says a
fingerboard's walnut.
It says a Fender designed preamp system.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a separate preamp and tone controls. But it says here the product image does not give proper insight. So hard to say at this point.
I don't know, but how could you go wrong for $200, right?
Yeah.
Well, you could go in many ways if it's not.
We've spent way too much time on this already, I think.
Oh, I know. But I had to get that out there.
All right.
Yeah, interesting. All right.
Well, here, I'll go really fast. I'm just going to plug the Positive Grid Spark again. It's at NAMM. I've seen a couple videos of it. There has actually been another video of it with the accompaniment stuff. And it seemed like it changed in the app a little bit since they first released it. So you can actually pick like a drummer type person, in the app and say, hey, this guy's more of a rock and roll kind of guy, or this guy's more funk or something, whatever. And I guess you pick like the style, and then you start kind of playing, and then it learns. I think you got to do like 7 or 8 bars or something, or and then it'll pick it up and start playing along with a bass line and a drum line, and then you can go ahead and play along with it. So got one on pre-order.
Cool.
So we'll see. We'll get it in.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
Full test of that.
Yeah.
And when is that coming?
Unsure.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Got the pre-order in end of February now, I think is what they're saying. But yeah, there's no firm. I don't think there's any firm dates yet. They just said a couple weeks out, and they're just about ready to go or something like that. So don't know what the holdup is, but if you want yours, you can still pre-order.
Better jump on it.
Yeah.
Want it anytime
That's
soon.
right.
Yeah, but I guess they did send a picture out with a bunch of them in boxes and on a pallet, so apparently they're getting them. But
we have proof.
yeah, they're proof that they're there. So I'm thinking the amp
the
app is probably holding them up. I'm thinking they're probably finishing up stuff on the app.
Okay.
I've looked on the Apple Store, App Store, and on Google Play Store, and the app doesn't show up anywhere there yet. So the people that do have them that are demoing must have gotten a link to download it. From
that's
those
probably
guys. Yeah. So so we'll look for that coming in, and that's what 200 and wait, hang on, I don't even know what the heck I paid for it. Let's see.
Got the go ahead.
On prayer, $224 for the player's special. So there you go.
Okay.
Ships worldwide. Cool. Estimated delivery February 2020. They're still showing on there. So they're at 4,432 out of 4,500 sold now. So
Nice.
just keeps going up.
There you go.
Yeah.
I hope they can meet the demand. They've got like 20,000 of them, I think, now that they've been pre-ordered. So they need to.
Wow, 20,000.
Yeah, because they have a whole. But the pre-order started way back. They had early bird, super early bird. You could have got it for $179. And that was only 100. So the first couple pre-order ones were $100 each, and then it kind of went from there at 250, 3 rounds of that. Then there were 6,000 sold, then 2,000, then 1,000, and let's see, 800, 2,000, 4,500. Yeah, so I don't know, 45.
Cool.
Yeah, a bunch. They've pre-ordered a whole boatload of these things. So anyway, you can get your pre-order in if you want for looks like still February delivery is what they're saying, but we'll see how that goes. We'll know.
Yeah, cool.
We'll report it
Keep
to
you updated. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll let you know for sure.
That didn't go as quick as I hoped, but there you go.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Good update there. So we'll look forward to that. And so in some Fender news, I don't know if you guys remember the. I think a friend of ours growing up had a Fender HM Strat.
Oh yeah. Oh, I
remember that?
I saw that. Yep.
Yeah. So they're bringing that back as a limited edition, the HM Strat. So it's going to be very similar to the one that was around in the 80s for heavy metal.
Yeah.
So very similar to the.
Hair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now we're amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. Comes like
well, you haven't,
genuine
but
GA science genius.
You still got the hair.
Well,
anyway, yeah. But so here's the difference, though. It's got the 1980s Strat logo on the black headstock. It's got a 25-inch scale, length. That's all still there. It had a basswood, 24 jumbo fret neck. Godo tuners, been carried over from the original. Mm-hmm. It'll be in bright white, ice blue, flash pink, and frozen yellow.
Flash pink.
I've seen frozen yellow.
Flash pink.
It's really yellow.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Like more yellow than my Kiesel. Like.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, like bright.
Yeah.
You should get the pink one, Dave.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about it. Mm-hmm. So, but here's the difference. The original came with the Marzio pickups and a collar spider tremolo system. Mm-hmm. So what you get now is Fender's own pickups put in there and a Floyd Rose special.
Nice
tremolo. So it says it's a bit of a compromise. The one. This new one.
Right.
So it's not exactly like the original, but I can't imagine that. And you see the Strat logo on there. It's pretty cool. Yeah,
it's very 80s.
It's very 80s.
Yeah.
Very 80s.
It's the way it was in the 80s. 'Cause I remember seeing those in the store.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s.
Give you a little flashback.
Thinking that was so cool, man. They're making the Strat look awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Boy, how wrong were we? But it does look...
how wrong were we?
But I am the guy that had the BC Rich Warlock in hot pink. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, you are. And I wish he still kept that because, man.
I do too, because I put an original Floyd Rose in that. It had a hardtail originally, and I had it put in. And that thing was awesome.
That was. I love that guitar, man. That was awesome.
That's cool. Yeah.
And, it's almost impossible to find a pink one now. I've looked everywhere, and I can't find a pink one.
I know.
Anywhere.
Yeah. I don't even know why we are, but yeah, it was cool. I did look for one, too. I went out one day and I'm going to try to find a pink BC Rich Warlock. They're just
if anybody listening has one, send us a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we know there still is one that exists.
Yeah. Exactly. There's one out there.
There's got to be. There's got to be mine somewhere. If you got one with an aftermarket Floyd Rose original thing, take a picture of it so I can see it again.
Exactly. Yeah, send it in to us.
Out of the 40 people who watch this, ask your friends.
Yeah, one of those 40 have to have it.
Yeah, ask around. See who's got one.
I mean, our fans. It's got to be one of our fans.
I know. Somebody in the Nordic region that tends to listen more than people in the United States do.
Yeah. Or the ski slopes of Switzerland or something. But somebody's got it out
Somebody's got to have one.
But I'm looking at the flash pink, okay? Because I got some pictures of some of the colors here, and the flash pink looks like purple to me. But
oh, really?
Yeah, even better.
It's like purple. Yeah.
Let me see. I'm looking on. Oh, there it is. Oh,
no, that's pink.
That's pink.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The picture I'm seeing. Maybe it's my screen, but.
No, you're a dude. You're probably colorblind.
I'm looking on Sweetwater. They have them on. Dude, they're not cheap. I would thought they would be a little cheaper, but they're $1,200.
Memories I know. What was it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, $11.99.99. I'm showing here.
Wow.
It is a limited edition, though.
It is.
So
yeah,
it's limited edition.
Wow. I guess if you want to go without being flashy, they do have the bright white, which is just white. So yeah, that's non-intrusive kind of color. Here, I'll bring it up. Janae's trying to see.
I can't even see it. It's so white with the white background.
I know they put a white background on.
That wasn't smart.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That was ridiculous. Yeah. But yeah, it says Japanese made too. So.
Oh, okay. So it's not a Korean-made one.
Right. Yeah. So
yeah, there's that Strat logo. See that? Very 80s.
Very 80s.
Very 80s. Yeah. Just a Strat.
Yeah, I think those things were hanging on every shelf in every guitar store.
Oh, they were
everywhere at the time.
That was the guitar at the time.
Yeah,
and they were okay. I didn't like the action on them though. I thought they were too high. Played like a traditional Strat.
See, that could have been that old Trem system though too. But as I understand it, the old Trem system was also a licensed one from Floyd Rose as well. I think Floyd Rose made that one as well.
Okay,
if I remember right, but it wasn't didn't have like somewhere on there you could probably say made by Floyd Rose or something, or licensed by Floyd or from Floyd Rose, but
Yeah. I don't know. It's because it says here something about collar or something. It was a collar tremolo in the original ones.
Right. Yeah. No, but I think it was still a.
Still licensed.
Yeah. I think.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Don't take my and you know.
Yeah. God, it's been what, 30 years?
What's the guy's name? Baz. I'm sure. You know, it's our first time on Earth, so I'm sure you'll let us know.
Yeah, Baz. Let us know, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's
we gotta know.
Yeah. Baz,
there
if
you
you're
go.
listening, let us know. All right. So, cool. Is that?
Yeah, that's it for that one.
Let's see, which one do I want to talk about? Let's stick with the guitar thing. So the Gibson / Les Paul Standard is in the wild, or at least it's up for pre-order on Sweetwater and any other guitar store, I guess. But the Gibson / Les Paul Standard, I think it comes in 2 colors. There's a November, or it's actually more than 2. There's a Anaconda Burst limited edition, which is
Anaconda
like a green. Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Yeah. It looks really nice. And then they have a Appetite Amber.
Appetite Amber.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's kind of nice looking. It's kind of like I guess you call that a flame maple top on there, and kind of like that amber kind of burst. Not really a burst, it's just an amber type of color, kind of yellowish. There's a November Burst, which is the same kind of look, but in a burst, so it goes, darker towards the outside of the body. And there's I'm going to screw that up. Vermilion? Is that how you spell that?
Vermilion, yeah.
Vermilion Burst, which is kind of like a, almost like a candy apple red kind of burst to it, which looks kind of cool. So anyway, there's the whole line there. Flamed maple. Here you go. Electric guitar, mahogany body, AAA flamed maple top. So AAA, which is like the rating of the wood. So very good stuff. So top of the line wood you're getting there. Mahogany neck, rosewood fingerboard, 2 humbucking pickups, retailing for $2,999. So there you go.
Cool.
And yeah, so that's the Appetite. Okay. Whet Your Appetite, it says. It's part of the Gibson / collection. And as everybody on planet Earth knows, it's modeled after a model.
Yeah, it's modeled after a model that we just found out about.
Yeah.
But we're not of this Earth, so how would we know that?
Yeah, so they got twin slashbucker humbuckers.
Sweet.
To deliver scorching rock tones. I would go so far as to probably say face melting, but we'll stick with scorching.
Face melting.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we covered that last week.
We
the whole
did.
Face melting phenomenon.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're wound with just the right amount of boosted output to make your guitar sing. The / Les Paul Standard boasts hand-wired electronics with orange drop capacitors to ensure spot-on vintage tone. There you go.
Spot on. Face
Just trying
melting.
to think if there's anything else here. It includes a hard shell case, blank truss rod cover, /'s signature Ernie Ball strings, and 4 / Jim Dunlop Tortex pickups.
Nice.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Rosewood capped C-shaped neck. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Okay.
All right. So
I got some news from EVH. I know you have some news from EVH also,
right?
So this is a little bit different from that. But yes, I'll let you cover that part of it. But there's going to be some new Wolfgang models coming out from EVH. So basically, they're just some new colors. Let me see. There's one that includes a quilted maple.
Nice.
And some exotic spalted maple versions of the new model, as well as a range of new colors. So it's the Wolfgang WG Standard has a comfort cut 4-arm contour and a 12-inch to 16-inch compound radius fingerboard with rolled edges. You get direct mounted Wolfgang humbuckers. Let's see.
So it sounds like kind of like a refresh.
Just a refresh, yeah. And here's some of the new colors that are available: a cream white, gloss black, matte army drab, neon orange, quicksilver, sly and grain, and taxi cab yellow.
Nice.
So looks like just an update, some new colors, things like that. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, slime green though.
Slime green. Yeah.
For the kids from the 90s that watched Nickelodeon and all that slime stuff they used to do.
Yeah, I guess
those kids are growing up. They want guitars that bring back their childhood.
Yeah.
Exactly. So. And retail prices set here to be announced. So no pricing yet.
But they're more reasonable line, I think.
They are. Yeah. The standard line is I think they're around 1,500 maybe.
I think you can get them maybe even cheaper than that. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that's probably the upper echelon of that. But with some of these new some of the new woods and new colors and things like that.
Yeah, the Wolfgang Special is $1,000.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You go up from there. I think their top of the line looks like a $15.99 is the Wolfgang Special striped one, the red with black and white stripes, of course. Jack that price up.
Extra paint.
Extra paint.
Yeah, because I'm seeing a picture of a white one, and boy, they're really well made guitars, really really attractive.
I know. I was actually kind of attracted to those too to see if they're worth adding to the collection when I was looking at the Fender one and I was looking at the Wolfgang ones too. But yeah. It's kind of hard to tell. I haven't played one, so I don't know.
I never have either, and it's something I definitely want to do because I've heard nothing but great things about them, and so many other artists use those guitars.
Yeah. I wonder if they carry them at dang it, what'd I do? I'm trying to search while I talk.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't work out very well when I try. I'm trying to see if Guitar Center carries the EVH series of stuff. I don't remember if they do.
And we'll drive up through that snow today and
drive up through the snow and try to play one. Yeah, they do have them. I'm not sure if they have them in stock, but dude, they have a blemished one for $449.
Blemished?
Yeah. It's not bad.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good price.
You can just get a left-handed one too. Save a few bucks. No.
Yeah.
That's probably more expensive, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, they do have
a modern day Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, they have this kind of pinkish one too. Wow. Okay. Cool. So yeah, they're about $1,000, but you can get them. Oh my gosh, this one here is a blemished EVH Wolfgang USA electric guitar. So that's $3,299.
Yeah,
I've
seen them for $5,000-6,000. Some of the ones he uses on stage. I mean,
jeez, and near as low as $600-700. So I don't know. Anyway, cool.
Yeah, so pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what's going on there, and I think you have some more EVH news. I think
I do. Wow, thanks for the segue.
Awesome. Yeah. Smooth, huh? That's what we correspondents do in Florida. Incredible segue.
Yeah.
What do you got, John?
You can only get that level of professionalism and from the Florida connection.
Yeah, from us.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
So let's see. On the EVH front, they have a Frankenstein relic that is just coming out for the rest of us that can't afford the $20,000 that you see out there for an actual really pristine copy of Eddie's Frankenstein. What?
You know what's funny? Remember back in November, because I really wanted one of these, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I saw one on sale, and I emailed it to you guys, and I was like, "This is what I want for my birthday." I said it was $25,000. They have it marked down to $20,000.
Yeah.
And of course, I got a lot of laughs and a couple screw yous.
Right. So I think somebody was listening. And,
somebody was listening. And so said, anyway, go ahead.
Let's get one for Dave. This is one that Dave can probably afford.
The Daves of the world. Exactly.
So it looks like it's it is not to the level of detail as one of those ones you're going to buy, obviously, for $20,000. It doesn't have the little hook, the ring. What do they call those? The ring hook things that he got his strap connected to. It's got normal pegs for your strap, stuff on there. And the neck is not as relic looking as what Eddie's neck would really look like, but apparently, but it's still got the the drill holes in it from where the original Strat type pick guard went. It's got the pickup at the neck is not functioning, just like Eddie's, and along with the 3-way or the what was that, a 5-way toggle, I think, that was in the center position. It was just glued in there or whatever. But apparently that pickup in the neck, you can wire it up. It's a functioning pickup. It's just not wired in. So if you want to wire it in, you can wire it in, and it'll function.
So you're gonna spend that much money on something that doesn't work?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is.
It is crazy.
But it could work. You got to put a little blood, sweat, and tears in there after paying. Oh, I didn't get that far yet. We'll get to that at the end. But anyway, let's go through let's go through some of the specs.
Sorry,
here.
that's the woman thriftiness.
It does look cool though, and actually somebody
nice.
at NAMM, they were looking at one, and they turned it and they were touching it, and it's actually like they taped it off and spray painted it and pulled the tape off, because you can you feel it. You can feel the
so it's textured.
The texture where the tape would have been when they peeled it off.
No way.
Yeah,
really?
so it's pretty.
Cool.
They did a lot of cool work on it to get it as close as they can for the price point, I think, that they're looking at, because the more man hours they put into relicing that thing and making it look exactly like the ones that you see for 20 grand would cost a lot of money and time and effort and all that to get it that way. So it's a solid body. It's 6-string basswood, satin polyurethane, black, white, blue, obviously. The neck material is quarter sawn maple. It's a 12-inch to 16-inch compound radius neck. Maple fingerboard, black dots, 22 jumbo nickel frets. So they're not stainless steel, they're nickel, which probably is what Eddie had anyway. I don't think they were stainless. 25.5-inch scale length, nut width. Who cares what the nut width is? But Floyd Rose locking tremolo, EVH branded Floyd Rose special double locking tremolo with D-tuna. It has a D-tuna on it too, so that's pretty sweet.
Nice.
I think a lot of the Wolfgang ones have that as well.
The D-tuners, I think so.
So EVH branded tuners. The neck pickup is a dummy Strat single coil, and the neck is a direct mount Wolfgang humbucker. So I'm assuming it's the same humbucker you'll get in like just what you just talked about with those.
The Wolfgang models.
Yeah.
So
there you go. So that's
awesome.
Yeah. So it's $1,699.
God, of all the things we've talked about so far, honestly, that excites me the most. I want one of those so bad.
I know you. I know you do.
I have a feeling that's going to be on my wall, over the next few months. But
there you go.
I'll probably never even play it, but I'll just stare at it. And,
you will. I'm sure you will. But
it looks
really cool. Even the back of it.
Does it have the reflectors on the back?
No, it does not. That was something I was going to bring up. I forgot, so thanks. But yeah, it does not have the reflectors on the back. But of course,
does it have a quarter in it anywhere? Like nailed to it? Remember, he did I think it was a 75 or 76 quarter.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. Okay.
Yeah.
The little things you could do, though, to spice it up a little. I'd buy some of the reflectors for the back and, put a little quarter in there.
Right.
Just to boost it up a little bit.
Yeah,
further,
like on the more expensive ones, it's like the trem looks very old looking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On this one, it's a bright nickel. You know what I mean?
All right, so it looks brand new.
It looks brand new. The neck looks pretty new, although it's that type of maple they talked about. But the rest of it does look very well reliced. It's just not to the level of design, obviously, as the real deal. So
well, you wouldn't expect that at that price point, but, but still, that's a pretty impressive effort. I mean,
it's as close you're going to get as a normal guitar player person, though.
Yeah. for the bedroom guitar player.
But I would argue, though, if you don't care what it looks like, I think you'd get more tonal options and capabilities out of Wolfgang for $1,000.
Yeah,
I think
that's awesome.
But but if you're a real Eddie fan, then this is probably the way to go.
Yeah, which I am, and
Of course.
I may have to just break down and do that.
There you go. Well, you can pre-order it right now at sweetwater.com, and they offer a 55-point inspection for free.
Wow.
Nice.
They also will do a custom setup for you and all that. You pay a few extra bucks, but they'll do a custom setup and everything the way you want it. You actually talk to an engineer that'll go through, or a luthier type person who'll go through and ask you a ton of different questions about your playing style, all that stuff, and set it up for you. This is like a plug for Sweetwater, because when I got the
NAMM thing.
That they went through a lot of info with me about that, and I told them exactly what I wanted, and it showed up exactly the way I wanted it. So they do a really good job for sight unseen, kind of purchasing a guitar. I guess a nervous thing to do, to order online and all that stuff, and trust somebody to do this right. But they do a fantastic job. So I would suggest anybody, order from those guys. They do a hell of a job on it. So
and the follow up is great.
Yeah, the follow up is great. They do check with you,
and they give you candy.
And you get candy.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the
little
candy.
packages of yummy candy.
Yeah,
that's nice.
So so if you're in the States, which is about half of our listeners so far, then order from Sweetwater. It's the way to go. All right.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Got a little thing about let me see.
Oh, by the way, this podcast is going to go longer than an hour today. I have a feeling.
I'm almost out of coffee.
Feeling too. Yeah, me too. I'm running low on.
Okay.
It's okay.
Well, I've got one. I've only got two more left. So.
Okay. Well, here's a little Line 6 news. They have something called a Pod Go.
Well, that's one of mine, so I'm down to one left.
Oh, man.
Okay.
All right.
That's fine, though, because we've been
pre-work this out.
Yeah.
And, anyways, that's they call it a new lightweight gigging solution. It's the Line 6 Pod Go. It's devised from the HX family.
Yep.
So it's a little light on the editing.
Yes.
So they're going for sounds with this. So it's filled to the brim with what Line 6 describes as professional quality amp, cab, and effects models. And they come directly from the company's popular HX family of effects processors, including classic amps like the Blackface, Plexi Lead, Tread Plate.
From what I understand, there's only 3 effects that aren't on the Pod Go that are on the Helix.
Exactly. There's 270 plus HX and legacy amp and effects models. 270 plus.
That should be enough for you to all figure out a sound out of that.
I would say.
Yeah.
It's designed specifically for things like gigging and things like that. Now you can do some recording with this thing. There's a Go Edit app. From
Now is that like a Bluetooth thing or something, or how's that? Or is that on the PC? I don't know.
It doesn't really say. Yeah, it doesn't really say. Third-party IR loading, stereo effects loop with expression pedal and foot switch input. So, pretty much everything you'll need to gig. This thing is pretty much ready to go.
I think it's you plug it in USB, and then you have a thing for your computer. Like an editor for your computer. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's a USB. Yeah. And,
so it's a 4x4 USB audio interface as well.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. 24-bit.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? The one thing, I'm looking at pictures of it, and I've been looking at it a little bit, and I saw some stuff on Anderton's YouTube channel on this at NAMM. And the one thing that's missing, and I meant to do research and I haven't, so I'm sure Baz will correct me on this one. But I don't see a Variac port on there anywhere. So usually, for the Variac guitars, usually everything that Line 6 has put out in the last 10 years or 15 years has had a Variac port on it, so you can plug your Variac guitar in there, and you can do your special tunings and make it sound like a violin or whatever.
Let me see. I see the back of it. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
FX loop, main out.
There's
I don't see it either.
Yeah.
Wow. How about that?
Yeah, it's interesting, huh?
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's an effect.
I wonder why they would do that.
I wonder if they're... Because I haven't seen anything at NAMM on the Variac line either. So I'm wondering if they're kind of just letting it go bye-bye or not really heavily investing in it at this point. I don't know.
Yeah.
But there is... Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the suggested retail price looking at about $4.99 online. It said they're available everywhere online. About $4.99.
Yeah, $449.99 at Sweetwater.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that'll be the street price. Probably would be $450. I'm guessing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, there's not a lot you can do with the signal chain. Looks like you're at 1 amp, 1 cab. Looks like you've got like 2 or 3 effects before the amp and like maybe 3 effects after. So you probably have what, 5 effects that you can pick and choose from. And because I think what I heard is there's a expression pedal built onto the thing, and then there's an additional expression pedal port in the back that you can plug in a second expression pedal. And I think on the signal chain, you're stuck with like a wah and a volume pedal and the EQ. You can't modify that. Like you can't. Yeah. But the rest of the effects, I think you can make whatever you want. But those 3 things I think are stationary. But do still have snapshots too, so that's cool. So,
yeah. So it's at the price point, it's not a bad deal though. I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's weight
for what you get.
Yeah, I think it's just an easier thing for people to figure out and work with.
Exactly. Yeah, just preset everything before your gig, and then just plug in and go.
Yeah. Yep. So, it definitely looks easier to figure out than their other stuff. So if you're not a tweaker, then you just want to set up a signal chain and go. That's probably the good thing. And the price point seems pretty decent too. So
it does. Yeah. For what you get, it's not bad. Not a bad deal. Nice. That's it on that. So I'm sorry I stole one of yours, but
no, that's fine.
I had no idea because we didn't pre-work out any of this stuff, so we're just sort of winging it here. But
no, and that's good.
Means you guys have a lot of thoughts in common, things that interest you.
Okay, so the last one I got is from Neural DSP. So anybody who's anybody on planet Earth knows that Neural DSP has a bunch of plugins and stuff. Well, a bunch. They have a number of plugins that are just pretty amazing. And I've tried a whole bunch of them. There's the Archetype Abasi, Nolly, the Pliny, the Fortin NTS suite, the Nameless suite, and they also have a base one, the Dark Glass Ultra plugin. So they are really, really, really high quality plugins that they have. But they're getting into the hardware business, so they have come.
Nice.
Yeah, so the Quad Cortex is they're touting as the most powerful floor modeler on the planet.
Wow, good thing we got here.
Yeah, so I got to talk about this because I put in a pre-order for one.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay.
And
awesome.
It is it looks really good. So I can cancel the pre-order up to the time that it pretty much ships. But because it's not going to ship until I'm in the first round of pre-orders. So it looks like September will be about the time that's supposed to come out. But they do have it at NAMM, so they were showing it off. There's not a lot of modeling that they've done with it yet, but there's enough that they could demo things and all that. So what this is, the interface, it's a touchscreen, 7-inch touchscreen. It's got it's like a floor unit with pedal, or with it doesn't have an expression pedal built in, but it does have all the switches and and all that. But the cool thing too about the switches is the switches are also knobs, so you can twist the foot switch and it becomes a knob as well. So you can set up your signal chain. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 8 by 4. So I think there's 32 different what do you call them, slots that you can put effects or amps or cabs or whatever in your signal chain, and you can do multiple amps, multiple cabinets. But the cool thing about this thing is it well, let me talk. I'll talk about their stuff first. I'll read off their website. So they're calling it the vulgar display of power. Quad Cortex, most powerful floor modeler with 2 gigahertz of dedicated DSP from its quad-core Shark architecture. Ludicrous amount of processing capability provides limitless Sound design possibilities. Want to run 4 amplifier models, stereo reverbs, and a plethora of other effects simultaneously? Quad Cortex won't even break a sweat. So they have this thing called Neural Capture. Capture and share and download your favorite rig sounds, equipped with our unique biometric AI technology. Quad Cortex can learn and replicate the sonic characteristics of any physical amplifier, overdrive, and cabinet with unprecedented accuracy. Unlike any other, our sophisticated neural network algorithm, there's that neural thing, perceives sound akin to human perception, making it the most natural sounding capture solution on the planet. We are collaborating with some of the best producers and sound designers to provide an ever-growing collection of free rig captures in addition to our full circuit models.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
God, that's awesome.
Yeah, it sounds really cool. So they said they're ever-expanding collection of guitar and bass algorithms. So they're at launch, they're hoping to have 50 plus amps, 70 plus effects, and 1,000 plus IRs. So there's a whole cab sim thing with over 1,000 perfectly captured impulse responses. It ships from the most extensive IR collections on the planet. And third-party IRs you can load as well. There's a parametric EQ that you can just, touch different points and move them around with your fingers on the 7-inch touchscreen, which is cool. They're talking about how it's, all the stuff, how it's put together. Let's see, what else? What else is good about
Wow, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
You got one of these on pre-order?
Yes. There's a stomp mode, a scene mode, preset mode, with up to 8 virtual rigs. So it looks like the layout on this looks a lot like the Line 6 Helix. So they're going for that kind of look, but the beauty of it is it's all touchscreen. So you can go through and just drag and drop amps, effects, everything right into your signal chain and create whatever kind of signal chain you want. In addition, there's 4 different inputs that you can configure to have 4 different instruments going through the same time, going out 4 different outputs. Awesome. Yeah. So you can have like 4 different guitars going through at the same time, or you can take all 4 of those signal chains combined into one and have one huge signal chain that goes out. So apparently there's 500 megahertz processors in this thing. So if you figure each one of those signal chains, there's 4 different lanes that you can build your signal chain in. Each one of those is using one of those 500 megahertz processors. So,
God, that's awesome.
Yeah, as you combine them, you're just adding additional processing power, which is really kind of cool. So that's why they say 2 gigahertz. It's not really like a 2 gigahertz chip. It's 4 500 megahertz chips of DSP power. So it's really an ingenious way, I think, of how they put it together.
That's amazing. I haven't heard about that yet.
It's really compact. It's smaller than a 15-inch MacBook Pro. It's 3.5 pounds.
God, all that crammed into there. My God.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So if y'all want to check it out, go to neuraldsp.com/quad-cortex and check it out, or just Google Quad Cortex Neural DSP or whatever, and you can check it out for yourself. But it's really cool. There's stereo, stereo effects loop, lots of outputs, headphone out, obviously. There's 2 mic preamps as well.
Yeah,
and
I can't believe how compact that is.
Right, and it's all wireless as well. So they have wireless built in, so you can get your firmware updates, all that, right over wireless. There's going to be an app for your cell phone, for Android and iOS, as well as a desktop one. So it does have a full USB port with what do I want to say? What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
It's got a USB audio interface. Thank you. Yeah. I just thought about it. Yeah, I just looked at Janae and said, audio interface. Yeah. I'm really excited about this. This thing is
this amazing.
So, so I had the Neural CNS is what it's called. Seamlessly integrate Cortex with your favorite devices. Explore and share endless presets on the cloud using Neural CNS Mobile. Syncs up to your device, and with Quad Cortex's built-in Wi-Fi module, all your presets are beamed wirelessly. Cortex Desktop Controller allows you to control the unit in real time, as well as direct access to Neural CNS for exploring, sharing, and downloading presets with the Cortex user community. This thing just sounds freaking awesome. So
I know.
The thing is, when I had when I had all these different floor modelers and stuff, and I had the what was that one with the touchscreen? Gosh, I can't remember anything now. But anyway,
look at your
I love.
on your wall. Is any of those?
No.
Stickers with everything.
So right now I have the XFX 3. I have the Kemper, stage. I had a Line 6 Helix that I did love the interface. I love the simplicity of it. I love the how the signal chain looked and all that. I loved how that worked out. And the head rush, that's what I was thinking of, the head rush pedal board with the touch screen. And I was like, geez, wouldn't it be cool to have that touch screen functionality with a Helix kind of interface with something I can small enough I can throw on my desktop. I can manipulate it there. I can do stuff wirelessly. It's like nothing clicked all those marks with all the processing power that you want without running out, right? Yeah. And the ability to be able to do profiling like a Kemper. This thing, to me,
does it all.
This is the big news that barely anybody, I think, really knows about yet. And this thing, I think, is, if they do it right, and I'm going to follow this really close because I have, I'm a stakeholder in this now. I really want to know. This thing ticks all those little check boxes. When I looked it up, and I found it kind of by mistake. And Janae, we were sitting on the couch, and I was like on my cell phone, and I looked at Janae, I'm like, I got to pre-order this thing. And she's like, oh God, what is that? And I was like, this thing, I explained it to her. I said, this thing does all this stuff that I've always wanted. So, like, if I were to design my own thing, it would look pretty much exactly like this. I don't see anything else. And apparently through a interview with these guys at Neural DSP, they said that the Wi-Fi module that's in there also has a Bluetooth chip on it. So they're looking at possibilities of using that in the future, but it's not even on the spec list right now. But they're like, it's in there. Wow. We've designed this thing that for the future in mind as well. So if we want to turn on Bluetooth later and do something with it, we can. And we're exploring those possibilities. So
it's already in there.
So that might be something cool if you do like a Bluetooth headset or something, or if the latency works out or something, because latency is bad with Bluetooth. But there's just hearing all that stuff and reading about it and looking at some of the demos that they've done, looks really
endless possibilities.
Endless.
I guess the real question is going to be, what is this thing going to sound like? What's the quality of the sounds coming out of it?
Well, they do have some sounds coming out of it now that you can hear, and they do sound pretty darn good. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Yeah. And they finally demoed, finally, this is in the last couple days. I think after our last podcast, it was 8-something in the morning after we did our podcast last Saturday. Oh. And that's when I pre-ordered it. It had come out. Nice. Like that morning or something is when they did the press release. So cool. So it does sound good. The one thing that I haven't heard up until like a couple days ago was the actual sound of it. And a lot of people are saying, hey, you guys are asking us to pre-order this thing, but you haven't even gave us any sound samples yet. So they did, and the first stuff that they did was pretty high gainy stuff and very clean. So there wasn't anything where you have like a Fender Twin or something on that edge of breakup kind of sound where it's clean, but if you just cut into it, you're going to get that kind of breakup a little bit. So I did finally hear that at NAMM, and it sounds pretty
authentic?
Sounds pretty darn authentic, yeah. It sounded good to me over YouTube, so who the hell knows? But
Yeah.
But Lee Anderson from
I've been duped
Anderton.
a few times on YouTube.
Yeah, Lee Anderton from Anderton. He seemed pretty impressed with it. So
cool.
Yeah, he got to try that out.
Well,
so there's
that's a good source.
So yeah, it is because they're pretty. It seemed pretty.
They're straight up. Yeah.
They're sticklers, but they're also kind of Line 6. I call them kind of Line 6 fanboys, but they
lean more towards.
They lean more towards that because I think that's more of a simple understanding kind of unit that does a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
And they do, but this is really cool. So anyway, if you guys want to pre-order is still available. The first 1,000 pre-orders are gone on one of them. The second 1,000 pre-orders are going on right now. I don't know if they'll extend that again. But if you want to get in on it, it's $200 for a pre-order, as fully refundable if you want to back out up until the time they ship. When it's ready to ship, you want to pay the remaining $1,399. So out the door. Janae's, I don't even know if Janae knew that.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did?
Just
okay.
Hearing it again.
So $1,600 total, which if you're looking to buy a full-blown Helix, you're going to spend about that anyway.
Yeah, you will.
And I don't think you get the expression pedal, but I don't know if you're going to get a whole lot more than that that this thing won't give you.
Yeah,
so
I know, it's crazy. I mean, and the way these things are getting more and more compact, it's almost like someone asks you where's your band, it's like, yeah, it's right here in my pocket.
Right.
I mean, especially with something like that where you have these different inputs, you can
exactly
put, 4 different instruments.
I mean, it's got ports for
you want.
It's got ports for 2 expression pedals. You got MIDI in, out, and through. You got 2 XLR outs. You got multiple effects loops along with 1/4-inch outputs, headphone 1/4-inch output, 2 dual combo, their TRS, TS-TRS and XLR variable impedance and level control built-in microphone preamps with phantom power. So you got 2 of those inputs. And of course that's your guitar input as well. So you use one of those for your guitar, or you can double it up as a mic preamp as well. So
wow, God, that's crazy.
They kind of thought of everything here. It's all built in stainless steel. And there's 11 stainless steel stomp plus rotary actuators allow for switching and rotational control, just like foot switches and knobs you're used to, but unbreakable. So they designed their own stomp switches for this thing that are all stainless steel, and yeah.
God, that's amazing.
As you can tell, I'm really excited. So
between that and the Eddie Van Halen guitar,
I know.
And then something else I'm about to talk about.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I thought that was the last.
Oh, no, that's all right. Because there's just one more thing I have to get this out because this is amazing.
So let me plug it one more. Let me plug this one more time. NoralDSP.com/QuadCortex. If you guys want to pre-order, get in there now. Get it done. And this thing's going to be, I think it's going to be amazing. Try out their plugins. You can try them out for free. And if you purchase, here's another thing I want to plug too. If you purchase any of their plugins that they have, those plugins are going to be able to, they're going to convert those plugins for you if you're an owner of them, that you'll be able to import them into your Quad Cortex when you get it. So
nice.
You're not losing anything by purchasing those plugins.
Nice. Wow, that's interesting.
Janae has something to say.
No, what was the dollar amount once the thing's ready to ship?
$1,600.
Euros or dollars?
Dollars and euros. It's
so
the same.
No matter what.
It's the same. So people in Europe are going to get screwed a little bit on that conversion rate. So.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
What is it less? Is a euro less than $1 now?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
How much is it? $13.99.
Well, you pay the additional, so it's $15.99 total with your pre-order.
Yeah, because €13.99 equals $15.51 in US dollars.
Oh, okay. So euro's less than $1.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So
euro pricing is good then.
As long as they. Yeah.
But it's probably going to be £200 in England then, which they're going to get screwed.
They are.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's going to be expensive for them and for Australia too if it gets there. They said the rest of the world will be $200. So. Or $200 and $13.99, so $15.99 out the door. And the European pricing includes the VAT as well. So
what's a VAT?
It's their additional tax thing that they always throw on everything.
Nice. Pay for the Queen.
You do have to pay for shipping though too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not free shipping.
Yeah. You got to pay for Prince Harry's, trip over to Canada, I guess.
Yeah.
Run, Harry, run.
So when I pre-ordered, I got a bunch of perks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm getting something signed by the people that developed it, along with some picture book or something. I don't even remember.
Coloring book? No.
Yeah. I don't remember everything that they said they were including. And they don't have it on their website anymore, so don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to say, skip all that. That's great, but you got any candy?
Yeah, like sweet water.
Yeah, I don't think you do. So, well, screw it. I'm probably gonna get rid of my pre-order. I'm gonna tell them screw it. Yeah.
No candy. No
yeah, I would dump that. I mean, no candy, forget it, no deal. But okay, so here's another thing that I have, another guitar that I wanted to talk about from NAMM here. It's so Steve Vai, his Ibanez Gem series has been updated and upgraded. It's something that
I think I saw this.
It's the Steve Vai Pia, it's called. And Pia is actually the first name of his wife too, which is interesting. But it also means something else. Let me see. It's what did he say here?
Steve Vai signature Pia 3761.
Yeah. Yeah, he what he did was on this guitar. Remember the monkey grip thing he had on the top of the body of the guitar?
Yeah,
it's a signature thing that he's had, for forever, since the '80s, and he's upgraded that now. Now it's called a pedal grip, so it's supposed to look like a flower petal, And there's two of them, at the very top of this thing, and it's supposed to even represent like yin yang kind of a sign.
Yeah.
Are
you seeing that?
He's very into that.
Yeah, I got a picture of it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so he's very into the Far Eastern stuff, so that sort of ties into all that, I guess. But yeah, very interesting. The body shape looks about the same, but it's been updated a little bit. Subtle bevel around the edge and the neck joint. There's some of the hard edges of the original one, so it's more comfortable to play this. So it says it's the natural evolution of the Gem model. So it's retails for $4,666.65.
But you can get it for $34.99.
There you go. Includes a hard shell case, so you get the case and everything with it, and different colors you can get on this thing. A lot of the standard Steve Vai kind of colors. There's a pink model. Let me see. It did mention that. Yeah, Stallion White, Envy Green, Panther Pink, and Sundew Gold are the colors you can get this thing in.
Yeah, and I'm looking at a picture of one. I think it's the Panther Pink one. The inlays on the fretboard are different colors and stuff too. That's really
isn't that
cool.
awesome?
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
That's
it's just a really beautiful guitar. Yeah,
I mean, I don't dig the gold hardware.
No.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that either.
And they all have
some of the
that.
pick guards,
Yeah. Well, the
pick guards look a little different. But...
Yeah, every color selection has the gold hardware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like.
I mean the pickup covers. I mean, that's what I meant to say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're a little odd, but that's Steve.
The green one is just green though. So if you get the Envy Green, I think.
A little more flow.
It's just a black pick guard.
Yeah, the black pick guard. Yeah, I get the black pick guard. But look at the inlays on the neck, though. That's amazing.
Different colors and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, good job. Guitar. Yeah, I think it looks good.
Definitely looks like Steve Vai.
Oh yeah. That's his personality to a key, to a T right there.
Yeah.
All gold hardware. Go to machine heads, edge tremolo.
Jeez.
Yeah, with the lion's claw thing at the bottom, so you can pull up on it. And, not hit the body. He's famous for that.
Is that what they call that? The lion's claw?
Yeah. They call it a lion's claw. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that either, honestly.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
But I remember on the original guitar he had, it was like a Strat copy. And it was stolen, actually, back in the 80s. But he had... he used to carve that out himself, and I saw the original one, and it was he did such an amazing job, and it looks just like these machined ones,
Yeah.
And he did that himself. He carved it out himself.
That's crazy.
Pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's interesting. I can't wait to see what this looks like. It's got the the classic humbucker, single coil humbucker configuration.
Yeah.
That all of those guitars have. But one of the main differences really is the that grip at the top is gone. So now you got these two like flower petal kind of a look thing.
Yeah.
Which is
how do you
different. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's funny.
But
what do we do now? How do we carry this thing?
My hand doesn't fit in there.
Yeah, what the hell?
I mean, it looks like a small little thing, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you got meaty fingers, you shouldn't try holding it.
Exactly. Yeah, put two fingers in there, one on one side, one on the other, I guess, and carry it.
Carry it like a little lunchbox.
There you go.
Yeah, so Sweetwater has it for 30. So I guess that might be the street price then is $34.99, $3,500.
I guess
because they have it on pre-order right now for I guess any of the colors.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah. Nice. Good find.
Yeah,
I didn't. I thought I read something about it, but I didn't really dig into it. But that's really neat looking.
Yeah. So that's interesting. So an upgrade on that, and so I'll look around for one of those. I want to play one. I love those guitars. They're so well made. Matter of fact, when I was shopping around for my Jackson, that was my second choice. Was a Gen.
Yeah.
Because they're just amazing, to play, and I can't wait to play this one.
Yeah, Ibanez has really knocked it out of the park, I think, with all their line of guitars. They really do a good job. But I don't own one of them, so
I never have, but I've played them, and I'll tell you, they're.
What does that say?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. What a ringing endorsement. Right?
I have an Epiphone, a Fender, and a Custom, and that's it. And the keys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a Charvel and a Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Which are basically the same company anyway, but I haven't strayed too far from the original, but it's black like my original one, and but you guys will see that eventually.
And they do the EVH line too, right? Or is that just
Charvel.
EVH?
No, EVH is a separate company now. That Charvel, I know Fender used to do them.
Okay.
And then Charvel did them for a while. But EVH, he started up his own company now, so he does everything.
Okay. All right.
Have you heard any news about Eddie? I saw that there was an interview with Roth.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping up, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, because David Lee Roth said he looks like he's in pretty bad shape. So I that's the last I've heard. So
yeah, I
don't know what's going on with him.
It's hard to tell because it depends on what you're looking at, whether you really believe what you're reading or not.
Yeah, especially coming from Dave. It sounds like he has a bone to pick with Eddie anyway, as usual. But
yeah,
it's just so it's hard to say if it's true or not. But that's the last I heard about him. I haven't heard anything about him.
Right.
Well, some like that privacy.
Yeah, maybe he's just hanging low for now and doing his thing and getting,
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. So our best goes out to Eddie, of course.
Yeah. Yep.
The king of guitar.
Yep.
The king. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyway, that's what I have. So next week, should we continue with some more NAMM news, or do you want to?
I think we should do a NAMM wrap up next week. Yeah.
Yeah. I
mean,
think so
we
too,
still have NAMM today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
This is Saturday, so we record on Saturday. This podcast will go out usually Sunday mornings. So. So we'll have a lot of news. A lot more today.
A lot more stuff.
See what else you pre-order.
No, I think I'm done pre-ordering.
Yeah, that's the big news.
I know, you sure
what do we all get to play with next?
Steve Vai thing.
No, I'll eyeball that thing, but that's not. They're awesome and they play like Dave was saying. They play well. It's not my style.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah. I'd rather get the Eddie Van Halen guitar, honestly.
Yeah, like the Wolfgang ones, like those things really are cool.
Yeah.
But I think I want more of like an SSH type guitar, like that single coil humbucker Stradish kind of look. And I was telling Janae, there's aftermarket, like EMG has a whole pick guard along with the EMG pickups and all the hardware and everything all built in, so I can take this pick guard off with all the hardware off of the fender and slap that other one in there and just connect a wire and off and running with a whole new setup. So yeah, so that's something I may look into here in the future. Try to get some difference out of it, but I don't know. We'll see. Running out of room to put guitar. I don't have that much space to begin with, so
yeah. All slots are full.
Yeah.
Yep. Sell a kidney.
Well, it was a lot more full, when you had the amps and stuff. Man.
Yeah.
It was really full.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I still have that Ovation Celebrity acoustic, the 12-string acoustic too. That is in the case.
Oh, you still have that?
Yeah, it's in the
closet.
Case. It's in the closet. Yeah.
There's no room for it.
Yeah.
There's no room. I have nowhere to put. I got to put some. Well, even if I put stuff on the wall, there's not a lot of wall either.
Start hanging things from the ceiling. Try not to bump your head.
Yeah, I got too much crap.
Too much creativity.
Nice problem
crap.
to have, right?
Yeah. And I've nice problem to have. And I've narrowed down too. I've kind of slimmed down as far as probably not as far as cost goes, but as far as footprint of equipment goes.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, cool.
All right.
If you got some new stuff coming, so we'll have to test all that. And, when I make my appearance, I'll bring all my stuff and we can do our comparison videos and stuff like that. So that'll be fun.
That will be a lot of fun. Yeah. There will be a video portion of this eventually.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You can all look forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just a little preview for next week. I'll be covering this next week, but Kramer Guitars is back.
Wow.
So,
well, we're new on planet Earth. They might have never left.
We just came here.
I know.
Shout out to Baz.
Yeah.
Wherever you are.
Yeah, Baz, I am sure is going to comment on this video.
Oh, yeah.
One way or another.
And that's all
please
good.
do. Honestly, we welcome it. Really, it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
So we love you, man. Really, so
shout
whatever.
Out to my friend.
Oh, yeah.
In Australia, Barry, who also goes by Baz. I don't think it's the same one though.
Oh, no way.
Well, Barry, abbreviation, but shout out to him. So.
All right. That could be the guy.
No, I highly doubt it.
You don't think?
I don't think. No. I think it's just an abbreviation for Barry.
We're giving your friend
Baz.
Barry crap? No, we're not really giving him crap.
Nah,
we're just
he'd be all
with
good with it anyway.
Maybe.
Yeah, we're kind of.
We give everybody crap.
You're all the same to us.
That's right.
You listen to us, you're our friend. So.
That's right. Oh, hey, we got to go over it before Janae reminds me. Let's go through the analytics here and see.
Who we got?
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see. We got United States, Netherlands, Switzerland. Hey, United States is taking the lead with 20 downloads.
Nice.
Yeah. In second is the Netherlands with 17, Switzerland with 2, Canada with 2, Australia with 2, Brazil with 1, and Belgium with 1. Belgium.
Hello, Belgium.
Yeah, hello, Belgium.
Is that new?
Yes.
I think that's new, yeah.
Yeah.
So welcome, Belgium listener.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome, Belgium.
Tell your friends.
Yeah.
That's right.
Is Belgium people speaking? I guess they do, or they wouldn't be listening, right?
Unless they have a translator.
I guess so.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Google Translate or something.
Because, who wants to sit there for an hour with a translator telling them what we're talking about?
I don't know. Maybe they love it that much.
That could be.
Or maybe this will be the last time we get a listen from Belgium. It only says how many downloads, right? So it's like they might have not got through any of it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. I listened for 2 minutes and said, this is garbage. Never again.
Yeah. Well,
you never know.
Thanks for listening anyway.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. And let's see, we'll plug Patreon again. So go to patreon.com/guitarsandgear and you can sign up for just a little amount of money. Where is there it is. So if you want to do, let's see, hang on. For $2 is our only tier available right now. You get a bonus episode each week. So you can join that $2 tier and join in the fun. You get extra fun.
Yeah, do that. Absolutely do it. It's so worth it.
You get all of this.
And more.
Plus more. Yeah.
And more.
Yeah.
And more.
And more.
Yeah. And more.
So you can't go wrong, and you definitely help us out. We are currently running with 2 separate microphones. Once we get a chance to actually get to the YouTube portion of this where we're doing video, we have Logitech webcams right now that are pretty bad. So the quality won't be that good. But with your contribution is the kind of things that we want to do to be able to take more time to produce this stuff, get some better equipment, do things like that so we can better put out some better content and maybe even actually get to travel to things like NAMM.
That'd be cool.
Definitely.
And give you guys some really on the spot type stuff, That would be great someday. So that's where your contribution goes. And it definitely helps out. We're definitely not putting it in our pockets. It's all going towards the show and the content.
Yeah, we're not in this to make money. We're in this to have fun with it.
Have fun.
Share.
Yeah, and inform the public out there, what's going on.
Yeah, we get to talk to you fine people every week.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That's right.
It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
We entertain you all the way to work.
Yeah. Regardless of whether we're from planet Earth or not.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So,
anyway. All right. So I guess that's enough for us with our NAMM special. We're going to continue this next week and do a wrap-up show. And, tell you what else we found or even more news about the stuff we already talked about.
Yeah.
So exactly.
Maybe
there's a lot of content. A lot of stuff out there.
God, there's so much.
We're not going to run out of stuff. That's for sure.
If we miss something that you guys want us to mention, let us know in the comments on the YouTube. I don't even know how to do the comments on anything else. Oh, actually,
I don't
why don't I give you guys our email? It is, what is our email? guitarsandgear19@gmail.com. So that's just a 1919. guitarsandgear19@gmail.com. You can go ahead and email us too with any of your comments and suggestions and anything that you want us to mention and cover for next week's podcast on NAMM. If you guys have seen something that you want us to talk about, send it out there and we'll
delve further into it and
make sure that all the other listeners know what's going on.
Share your knowledge.
Yeah. Exactly. Please let us know. Either way. If you love the show or you think there's ways we can improve, let us know.
Yeah.
If that's what we're looking for.
Yep.
We want to make this, as entertaining as possible, but also as content laden as possible. Also, so let us know what you want to hear.
And if you see something on there that we've mentioned wrong or totally in left field with, we're gonna coin a new word. You can baz us with it.
I love it. Yeah. Exactly.
You say we got bazzed.
Yeah.
We got bazzed.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, we got to really incorporate that in there.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
We appreciate
we'll have a little
Baz.
segment.
We do,
man. This is the kind of stuff we need to hear, though. It really is.
It's from Predator.
It's hard to offend us. Trust me.
It really is. We're unoffendable, honestly.
It is.
Yeah.
We'll laugh about it and stuff like that. But we need to hear it. We need to hear that. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
So thanks, Baz.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, that should wrap it up. So thanks everybody. And thanks everybody for listening. And tune in next week. Tune in, every week.
Every week, yeah.
We'd love to have you.
Every week.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Oh, you know what?
What?
We never wrapped up the news, so there you go. Officially.
Oh, yeah, let's wrap up the news.
There we go.
And that's the way it is.
So OCD with that stuff.
All these buttons.
Yep. All right. So everybody tune into NAMM. Go to YouTube. Go to wherever you get your news and check out what's going on. If you're at NAMM, damn you, I want to be there. So
I know. And let us know what you're seeing, too, if you're there.
Yeah, no kidding.
All
right, everybody. Have a happy week and be good to each other. Yeah. Shake somebody's hand that you don't know or something, or maybe not shake their hand.
Yeah,
maybe
then
say
get some
hi
of that
to somebody.
Don't spread the flu. What's
more
going
sanitary.
on?
Don't spread the flu. Yeah, but be nice to somebody you don't know.
Smile.
How's that? Smile
Just
to somebody.
There you go.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's good.
Spread a little more love.
I'm feeling kind of warm right now. Can you hit the little warm button? I'm feeling it.
The warm fuzzies.
Jeez, I don't even know where
Let
that
him figure it out again.
The warm fuzzies.
Just to stretch out this.
But anyway.
Which one is it?
The pink.
Oh, the pink one.
Yeah.
Actually, I can do that right.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Cotton candy feeling.
Yeah.
There you go. The cotton
We
candy.
should do it. We should go like this. And for next week, smile a little more. There you go.
I love it.
Awesome.
Uh,
Okay, guys.
Okay.
Oh wait, hang on. Now,
All right.
now I'm all screwed
Oh.
up. I'm not queued up.
Oh, we gotta do the outro.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
okay.
I'm ready. Okay.
Okay.
All right, everybody.
All right.
Guitar to Gear podcast. Signing off.
Bye.
Check you guys out.
Peace.
Nice.
Gets me every time.
Boom.
Guitar to Gear
Awesome.
podcast. Out.
Out.